as parents, do you think that we should be rethinking our advice to kids? Because I've got a teenage son. He's at secondary school. We've had the chat about, you know, girlfriends and on all this sort of thing, and making sure that you treat girls with respect. Don't feel pressurised into doing anything just because your mates are doing all that sort of stuff. But as a parent of a teenage boy, it hadn't ever occurred to me that I should be having a chat with him about older women.
No, and that's the sort of thing that you would talk to your girls about, but it would never have entered my head to talk to my son about it.
Yeah,
but you know, I mean, he's 23 now. He knows all the worries and whatever. But I mean, I've never had that conversation with him. Have you had the conversation with your kids?
Well, no, I don't have a son, but it's a funny old one, isn't it? Because I remember being at a party a couple of years ago, and there were a group of men, kind of about my age, like 40s, 50s, whatever, and they were all talking, and they were talking about losing their virginity.
Yeah.
And a couple of them were saying one had lost his virginity to an older babysitter, and another one had said he'd lost his virginity to a teacher, and they were talking about it in very kind of like, well, hey, kind of terms, you know. It was really cool. And I think men get kind of quite misty-eyed about the thought of older women taking advantage of them. And but imagine women, we wouldn't stand around at a party going, oh, yeah, when I was 13, it was great, you know, my much older male teacher took my virginity. It would just be
because I think it's because men don't realise that they're being groomed. They're being groomed in exactly
just
the same way.
Yeah.
And I was a bit ashamed of myself this morning when I was reading this article. I was surprised. I was surprised by myself. Because as I was reading it, I was thinking I wasn't feeling as shocked and horrified as I would if it was a girl. And I was really questioning myself on that. I was like, why? Why is it exactly the same? These boys have had their innocence taken away from them. And because there is this bravado and this, you know, it may be even more difficult because they can't even say that they didn't like it or that they felt any shame.
Part of the problem was, though, Nadja, I mean, one of the men said at the time he thought it was cool. You know, you're at a really vulnerable age. It's a time when all your hormones are pumping, and as a boy, you're almost desperate to do something with those hormones, if you know what I mean. And the fact that a woman is paying attention and encouraging you, I don't necessarily know if a boy would feel groomed or vulnerable. He would just think that was amazing.
And a female
as an
paedophile,
adult, obviously you have to protect them from that.
A female paedophile, just like of what we know of a male paedophile, would approach somebody that might be, you know, knows that to approach maybe somebody that's vulnerable or lonely or got other problems, and a boy is just as vulnerable to that kind of grooming as a girl would be.